Hey, what's up, guys? Whew. Um, I'm here to talk again, yet again, about this Ghostbusters remake, and I don't know, I don't know how to feel, but um, but the thing is, like, I don't completely love this movie, and I'm not for it, and I don't think it should be remade, and like. And it's not because of all the stupid things that people have been saying where if you don't like it, you're sexist. You're just sexist because you don't like it because it's all females. That has nothing to do with it. It's never been my reasons for like not liking it or not being on board with this movie. Um, it's just I don't know. Like I want to give this movie a chance, and I kind of want it to be successful, just so that like Sony will still like kind of keep the Ghostbuster franchise alive. But I mean, I want it to be like they have different Ghostbuster franchises all over the country, like not just this team that's going to be in the remake. I want like different teams like all over the country. Like if they did something like that, which they were talking about doing, like an expanded like Ghostbusters universe, cinematic universe, and I don't know if that's actually going to happen. And like you know, Ghostbusters is now the most hated or the most disliked video. The trailer is the most disliked video on YouTube. At least the first trailer is, and I'm pretty sure the second trailer that just came out. Still has like more dislikes than likes. But I mean, the second trailer is kind of what the first trailer should have been. I mean, still the jokes weren't like, woo, yeah, funniest thing in the world. Like, I don't get why Paul Feig is, has even gotten like labeled as this comedic, genius of a director or whatever. I mean, okay, his movies were funny. His movies are funny, but they're not like the most hilarious. They're not the movies that I go to where I'm like, oh, I want to watch something hilarious. What do I want to watch? They're not. Those movies aren't the ones that I go to watch. It's usually, I like Seth Rogen and his team. James Franco and um, you know, Jonah Hill and who else? Danny McBride, all the people in the end, basically. Paul Rudd. Those guys make me laugh. Those guys are hilarious. But it's not like, Paul Feig or Melissa McCarthy or, I mean, Melissa McCarthy's okay, and she's kind of, her routine's kind of getting old, but I mean, she still gets a little bit of laughs out of me every once in a while. Kristen Wiig, she can be funny. Like she can be really funny. She's talented. I like her a lot. Kate McKinnon. I don't watch Saturday Night Live anymore, so I don't know. I haven't really seen her. I can't really judge her. And dang it. The other woman. She plays. Her character's name is Patty. Ah, man, she's on Saturday Night Live again. I haven't seen anything from her to be able to say if she's funny. I'm sure she has to be at least a little funny if she's on SNL, but maybe that's not true because there's been plenty of probably like mediocre comedians or actors or what have you on Saturday Night Live over the years that haven't been like super woo. But I don't know. I really don't know. My wife says it looks good, and she loves the original Ghostbusters movies. I mean, I love the 1984 movie. A lot of people don't like the sequel. I like the sequel. Not maybe I don't love it more than the first one. Like I'd say like the first one is up here, up here, and then the second one's just a little bit lower. So I mean, I love the first one. I mean, I watch it all the time, and we're quoting it. We're saying the lines before they say them, or we're quoting it along with the movie. And it's just, I love it. I've watched it since it's something I grew up with. I watched it since I was a little kid. Um, you know, it was Ghostbusters, Batman, Beetlejuice. You know, those were some of the movies that I would watch as a little kid. Nightmare on Elm Street. But Friday the 13th and all that. But I don't know. Like, Ghostbusters shouldn't have been remade to begin with. And if it was going to do a new movie, even though Harold had passed away, rest in peace. He is greatly, greatly missed. They could have done it like a sequel. They could have had Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, Annie Potts come back. Maybe you get maybe you might be able to get Rick Moranis out of retirement. Have Sigourney Weaver in there, and just have them like kind of a passing of the torch. Even if it was a passing of the torch to an all-female team. I would like to have a gender mixed, ethnically mixed team, kind of like Extreme Ghostbusters, if you ever seen that cartoon, or the IDW Ghostbusters, which is like all girls and one guy. So I mean, just a little bit of a mix, even if it's like 3 girls and a guy, like just a little variety. And but I mean, it could have been a passing of the torch, and that way, a lot of people, you would have probably had the original fans on your side. Like, it would have been like, well, some people might have still been like, well, I don't know, but it would have been like a continuation. It would have been like a sequel reboot, kind of like Jurassic World was a sequel reboot, and kind of like The Force Awakens was a sequel reboot. It didn't like remake it. It didn't say screw that. We're not going to acknowledge anything. The other 2 movies never happened. Forget those classics that you love. This is the only Ghostbusters, and it's just like, honestly, I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know if I want to spend any money on it at all. Like, I really, really don't. But my wife might be like, hey, let's go see it. Like, maybe we'll get like those free AMC Coca-Cola reward movie tickets. That would be okay. Maybe then I'd still be wasting my time. But I mean, if the movie sucks really bad, which it kind of looks like it does, the only 2 things that really have like my interest in the movie at all is Slimer, which is weird that it's a complete remake, but you have Slimer. And the main ghost, Rowan, which he's at the end of the new trailer, and he's all on fire, and he kind of looks like, people are like, he's a mutated marshmallow, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. No, he's the ghost villain that they released pictures of at the Toy Fair in New York, and he's the one that looks like the ghost from the Ghostbusters logo, and he wears like a little red bow tie. I think he's kind of cool. I think he's cool looking. So I mean, those are the 2 things, and the fact that they're bringing back Ecto Cooler. So I mean, those things right there. And I just want Ghostbusters. I don't want Ghostbusters to lose popularity. I mean, it never really has. I mean, since ever, it's Ghostbusters. Fans and nerds in general and stuff have never forgotten Ghostbusters, so it's not like you had to remake it. It would have been cool to like just bring out. I know they're bringing out the original movie on its 30th anniversary. I think maybe it's not an anniversary, because I think they just had their 30th anniversary. I want to say, but they're bringing it back again, and it's like funny. It's like we don't. Sony's like, we might lose a shitload of money on the remake, so let's bring the 1984 movie out, so we'll get money on that. So it's like, it kind of like feels like a slap in the face to the people that made the remake and the people that are starring in the remake. Like, we don't have enough faith in your movie, so we're gonna bring out the original. That's not what did you see the Ninja Turtles, the Ninja Turtles movie do that? Like, oh shit, we don't know if our movie's gonna do good, let's bring out the first live action Ninja Turtles movie right before or right around the release of our new movie, so that if our new movie doesn't do good, we'll still get money off the old movie getting re-released in the theaters. That's what it kind of feels like. Like Ninja Turtles didn't do that. RoboCop didn't do that. Total Recall didn't do that. None of the remakes did that. None of the remakes like re-released the original movie like around the time the new movie is about to be out. Like I've never ever like seen that happen. But I don't know. I really don't know. I'm trying to be optimistic, and like it doesn't look super like fantastic at all. And like if they're saving all their good jokes for the for the movie, then they're doing a good job. And they're doing a good job of kind of like not really giving the story away. I mean, it's just kind of like you don't really know what's going on even by the two trailers, even though there was the first trailer, international trailer, and now this one. So it's technically the third trailer, but I guess it's the second trailer. They're labeling it as a second trailer. But I mean, they haven't really given much of the story away. I mean, you know they're going to be busting ghosts. And then there's that weird dragon ghost or gargoyle ghost in the new. You get to see that more in the new trailer. And they show that joke again, where Leslie, I want to say her name's Leslie, the tall black lady. Which she seems funny. She seems like she could be a funny lady, and like. I laugh at that part, not because of what she says when she lands on the ground, but because she just falls straight to the ground. That's physical comedy. That's funny. That's stuff like Chris Farley used to do all the time on Saturday Night Live and in his movies. Fall, into a table or through a table or just fall down a hill or something. It's funny. It's funny comedy. And the whole thing, and even my wife says stuff about it, and I've said stuff about it in videos and, on the internet and whatnot, where she's like, I don't know if it was a lady thing, or I don't know if it was a race thing or a lady thing. Is that what she says? A race thing? But I'm mad as hell. I don't know. She says something. It's something weird. It's something like, it's a joke where it feels like they wrote it like during the making of the movie. Like, I don't know if they wrote it during the making of the movie because they knew the backlash that would come, just because they were like, oh yeah, there's going to be people talking about how, she's a black lady, and there's going to be people on the internet talking about how it's a woman, so let's just throw this joke in there just to throw it in there. I don't know if they did that, or like, if they did a reshoot a little later on, and like, let's put this joke in there, because we're getting a lot of, we're getting all these sexists and these racists that are like all upset about our movie. So let's put this in there, just to kind of a big, F you to them, which is stupid. So it's like, she could have been like, she could have, what would have been funnier to me, what would have been funnier is if she stage dived, everybody moved out of the way, and she just got up, she just, jerked her head up, like, with her eyes all big, and she'd be like, I'm mad as hell. Like, something like that, just like, or like, oh, hell no, or something like that, like, I don't know, like, it's not even like a race thing or a woman thing or anything. You're a very tall and probably heavy woman. I'm not saying that you're fat or anything, but you are tall, and you're like, "Rrr." Like, it'd be like, I'm trying to think of another big person that's a guy, like maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone in his prime, or something like that. One of those guys, like in their prime, those are big heavy guys. So, like, if you see a big, heavy guy, or, even a big, heavy, fat guy, like Chris Farley or something, diving, rest in peace, diving into you on the stage dive, you're going to get the hell out of the way. Because even me, like, if I stage dive, I think people get out of the way. So, I mean, it's not because, you're a woman, it's not because you're black, it's not because of anything, it's because you're a big person, and people don't want to get crushed by you. As simple as that. It's a weight thing. That's what it is. She should have been like, it's because I'm big, isn't it? Or it's because I'm fat, isn't it? But they caught Melissa McCarthy, so I don't know. But Melissa McCarthy's not as fat as she used to be. But I mean, anyways, this Ghostbusters thing, so much drama surrounding it. That's what it's being famous for. It's not being famous. It's not becoming popular because it looks good. I mean, it's becoming popular because of all the drama and, craziness around it. So, I mean, that's what it's going to be remembered for. And, like, you never know. Like, even if a movie does semi-okay or does bad, they still want to do sequel for it. Like, there's one guy that wants to do a sequel for Fantastic, or, the Fantastic Four movie that just came out that, like, was a complete ball of shit. And I don't understand. Even like bad movies that everybody hates, people still want to do sequels to. Like, oh, let's get a chance to fix it. No. You had your chance to do something good the first time, and you didn't do it. You don't get a second chance. But, I mean, even if this new trailer was good, which it was definitely better than the first one, you've already had your first impression with the first trailer. So, I mean, no matter what you do from now, everybody's going to still be thinking about that first trailer and about how many dislikes it got, about all the drama surrounding it. So, I mean, you're kind of like, it's kind of too late to put your best foot forward because you've already put a foot forward. You put your worst foot forward. So, like, it's kind of hard to, like, be like, look, we got this going here, we got that, and dude, look, oh, it's cool. And, like, we got lines from the old movie, and we got, scenes that are reminiscent of the 1984 movie. Come on, mass hysteria, and, the giant ghost guy looking like Stay Puft on fire and stuff. Like, what are you, like, why are you, like, I don't know. Why are you trying to recreate stuff from the 1984 movie just because you think fans of the original are going to be like, oh, yeah, that's definitely, I'm on board now. I wasn't on board before. But they had a line from, they referenced a line from the original, and they have a scene that's referencing stuff from the original, so yeah, I want to see it now. That's not going to work. That's just going to piss people, if anything, that's going to piss people off even more, because it's going to be like, oh, you're just kind of like rehashing, you can't even come up with your own stuff, you're like rehashing, and you're like doing like subtle nods, but yet you want to like, you want to make your own movie and completely forget and ignore the original too. But whatever. I don't know. What did you guys think? I mean, I've rambled on for a long time. It's like 17 minutes on the video now. I've rambled on about this movie for like so many videos. And let me know what you guys think. Did you like the new trailer? Do you want to see this movie? Do you not want to see this movie? I mean, just let me know your thoughts. Any kind of thoughts you might have about this movie, about any other remakes that you don't like. Or that you do like, because there's some remakes I like. I like the Rob Zombie's Halloween movie. I like the Friday the 13th remake that wasn't really a remake. So I mean, I like a few remakes, but I mean, there's a lot of crappy remakes. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and like and subscribe if you want to. And I guess I will talk to you later. I ain't afraid of no ghost.